We are Steve and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. Steve and Jill here.
Hello.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Stephen Jack Butala.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from sunny Southern California.
Today, Jill and I talk about our exit poll results and why and how Jill gives all these love notes.
Thank you.
From members.
Thank you.
Every time somebody decides to leave our group, and it's not often, we ask them a lot of questions. We have a specific member of our staff kind of like interview them, an exit interview.
It's an email usually.
The vast majority of the time, yeah. They if not, in fact, I'm trying to think of, I really look at this personally. If I've never ever, I don't recall anyway, anyone ever saying, this just didn't work.
That's true. That's the point here, and we'll talk more about it. I've never had anyone say, "You guys suck. I didn't get it," or "It was stupid,"
or the way you're delivering it is not.
It's never
learnable, or sending mail is dumb.
It's so.
I've never heard that.
And everybody's so nice and sweet and awesome, and it's typically what we'll talk about here. Life getting in the way.
Yeah.
We'll share more. It's so good.
Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the landinvestors.com online community. It's free.
Janet and Robert wrote and asked, "Hi, everyone. I got some signed offers back from my mailer, and now I'm looking to buy 2 or 3 properties in the same county. I remember hearing discussions about title/escrow/title attorney for an investor's rate of sorts to do multiple transactions for a reduced fee. Can anyone point me to a podcast or the wording to present this to one of these service providers? All vacant land is between $6,700 to $10,000, these transactions. I want title insurance because I don't want to run into any problems when my buyer wants to do something with the properties. Any information will help."
Go ahead, Joe.
It's easy. Hello. Do you offer an investor's rate? Most of the time, I shouldn't say most of the time.
It's most.
But over 50,
Over 50.
every now and then people are like, "What? Every rate's an investor rate." Oh, come on, really? But over 50% of the time, they'll know, they'll get it, and they offer a rate. If they don't, you're probably not talking to the right company.
Yeah.
That's the key there. More than hitting up XYZ, however you're going to close. Let me back up here. What Jeanette and Robert are asking about too is title and escrow companies. That's kind of one way to close a transaction when you're not doing a self-close to get title insurance. And then going through an attorney, a real estate specific attorney that can do these for you with title insurance is another route. Love them both. Traditionally, we have found that these attorneys nowadays, if you can find one, there are not a lot out there, but they are faster and want to get the job quicker too, and often cheaper. So that's my favorite. What you're trying to do is get title insurance, get these deals closed quickly with someone who understands you and doesn't need a full explanation. And when I say understands you, they know that, hey, I'm the buyer, this is the seller, here's our purchase agreement, here's our contact information, this is what we agreed upon, I want title insurance, there's no lender, how fast can you do this? That's really, and by the way, now that you know all that, how cheap can you do this? Can I finish? Depending what they say right there, you're going to know if you have the right person or not. If you don't, hang up, call someone else.
If you sit down and ask an escrow agent what their biggest problem is, they're going to, without hesitation, say, we're dealing with a real estate agent on the deal. And a lot of times there's 2 real estate agents, the listing and the other person. But then our transactions, there's no real estate. What's your second biggest problem? Lenders. Great. There's no lender in the deal. What's your third biggest problem? Waiting for title. Well, we can't help you there. Or can we? If you get a hold of the abstract or the title company and push them along, or you suggest that you use somebody that you've had positive experience with, and it's in a county that doesn't require title plant to be done on site because it's like in the 21st century, there's no reason not to get a deal done in 7 to 10 days. That should be the norm. Title is the title insurance research that has to go on the title plant for the company get to a point where they're comfortable issuing an insurance policy in these rural counties sometimes can be tough. And you can find all that out by asking the right questions before you start down the path. Because if that's one of those counties, number one, maybe you don't want to send mail there. And number two, even if you go to another escrow agent, they're still going to have to deal with the same issue.
I was going to add, I want to finish with this too, Jeanette and Robert. It's more about the time and my connection also with the agent than the rate. But
Yeah, that's
usually
right.
we're on the same page. And when you get that HUD 1, go over it with a fine-tooth comb.
Which is the closing statement.
Yeah, the closing statement at the end. I go over that and I'll find things. And they might forget. They might sincerely forget. I'll go, hey, remember we talked about this was only cost $300. And why is there this courier fee? Because no one couriered anything anywhere. And they're like, oh, sorry, you're right.
Yeah.
Let me fix that. Let me take that out. Perfect.
They take the HUD 1 from the deal before you, just like all of us. They take,
They're in a hurry.
Yeah.
They're often in a hurry.
There's a lot of numbers on the sheet that don't apply to us.
But once you find a good one, like I have a really good one right now in New Mexico that I'm using that we just connect. I mean, we're on a first name basis. I've sent her treats and then let me tell you, that makes my stuff really go to the top of her list, which is great. She doesn't have to ask me for my business documents every time. She's already got them right there in a file for me. So we just connected and everything goes smooth.
Treats, I've learned, means something very specific to you. So to me, before I met Jill, a treat could be like a shot of vodka. I don't know, a pat on the back. Of driving 180 down the Pacific Coast Highway. There's all kinds of treats you can treat yourself. Sure.
Okay.
I wasn't going to mention that, but like a surprise request from your partner. Those are all treats, but treats to you means something very different. What is it?
Well, I mirror your sentiment. Those are treats of a different kind. But I'm not going to offer those treats to my title company.
So what is?
You know what I mean?
So
I'm not going to.
Is a cake a treat?
I'm not going to offer any physical favor to get a deal done quicker.
Is a Kit Kat bar a treat?
A version of that, yes.
What's a treat? Seriously, I'm
sending him some goodies. That's what I do. All right, and
what is it with the nebulousness? What's a goodie?
Why is this so difficult? Yeah. Do you know what I do? I say, and by the way, I did this exact thing. This is, I did this too strategically to get this deal done quicker, and I followed through. I'm like, hey, I hope we can close on Friday. Here's everything. I'm ready to roll. And P.S., I need to send you guys something. Are you guys chocolate people or what do you like?
Oh, all right.
And then she replied back, awesome. We will close on Friday and we love chocolate. And I'm like, done. And I followed through. I had a nice C's candy delivery for them.
That's what that was.
Yeah.
I saw it in our financial statements and I'm like, somebody in our company is buying like C's candy.
Yeah, like $80 of it.
I know. I saw that. I'm like, oh, that's, you know what? I'm glad we had this meeting.
That was me. I've done Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory apples too. Those are great things. Because I like getting those.
Today's topic, exit poll results. Jill gets love notes from our members. This is the meat of the show.
This has been...
Like I said earlier, we interview everybody that leaves our group. And the vast majority, if not, and all of them in some way say, it's not you, it's me. The famous breakup line.
That's hilarious. I'm going to give you two examples of recent exit interviews, if you will. And one's just a really nice way. And, just being totally honest, what's great about this is we have built a really great community of people that are brutally honest like we are. And I love it. And if there's a problem, I want to know.
Yeah,
I really do want to know. And it's usually not. But now and then, like, hey, if you guys could help with this or tweak that. And we listen and we do. Usually what's interesting, people are coming to us like, I need this tool. It's really never a problem. It's like, my life would be easier if you guys could help me with a way to get X done. And we have done that. That's like why we have offers to owners and why we have Parcel Fact and products like that. So I'm going to read you one that was just a really sweet, honest thing. And I'm going to read you one that was just, both. So the first one says, "Hi, Jill. It wasn't any flaw in the program. I just essentially need to pause membership due to my job. The company I work for was acquired and relocated out of state. My family, wife, and 8 kids, by the way, talk about ambitious person here, have had to relocate with the job." This is cute. "I essentially had to single-handedly do the HGTV thing to our old house to sell it at retail. So I never got a mailer out and all my out all. And my wife asked me to pause the membership until we were through the relocation and gaining some normalcy."
I get that.
Yeah. "We're
That stuff
currently
happens to
settling into
anyone.
our new home and job environment, and I'm hoping to restart my Land Academy membership in the spring and promptly send a mailer out. I'm still listening and enjoying the Land Academy and House Academy podcasts. Best regards to you and Steve till then. BC." Thank you, BC. I love that.
It's a very typical. That didn't get to me, that one, but
No.
because I think it's really recent.
I mean, it was just to me.
Oh, it's just to you.
Yeah.
Are you going to send them treats?
No, that was a treat. It was a treat to me. That was really, really sweet.
Give us another one.
Okay. Another one said, "Hi, Jill. I just want to say thank you. I'm one of the ones that has learned, started, got slammed, and gone dark."
What's gut slammed?
Got slammed.
Oh, got slammed.
Got slammed as in deals, like really good. "I am very grateful for the insight and highly technical expertise that you share in the programs as well as on your daily shows. I quit my job, paid off my home, live off the notes that we created, and I'm scaling our business with other people's money and time."
Wow.
Then he goes on to say some other very in detail things about, "This is what I learned here. This is how I applied it. This is what helped me." It was really, really, really great. And then the last paragraph says, "Thank you so much. This program changed our lives. I'm getting ready to write a check for our daughter's college tuition this week. My wife gets to do what she wants with her time. You guys are rock stars in my book, and I'm very grateful. Sincerely, TH."
Oh, I know what this is. So Jill and I
Isn't that
have
sweet?
a data product.
Thank you, TH.
Some
This
peop-
is about the whole thing.
I know some people convert from the education program to just the data product only when they're just kind of like rolling it in like this guy is, or person. So that's I get it.
Exactly. He's still in our world. They're all still in our world. That's
Yeah.
what's so great.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's interesting. So if you're in our community, you know how we roll. We are a pretty tight group, and I haven't said this officially, but I might as well say it now.
Yeah, that was a good time. I was thinking the same thing.
I'm closing up our group. We talked about it at the last live event. We said we're going to cap it at 500, and we're getting really close. And I don't think I'm going to make it to the end of the year.
We're very, very, very close to having 500 members, and we've decided that that's a good size.
I want to keep it this way. We love getting to know you and help you
Yeah.
and do deals with you on this level.
Yep.
And we're all building our own. This is one thing about Land Academy. If you don't know who we are, we all have our own separate businesses. Land Academy is not you work for me and you're a BOG for me here, or you do deals for me there, or a version of that. We are all running our own separate businesses at different levels, different areas, different properties, different price ranges. Some people make more than us many months. It's the greatest thing.
Yeah.
So we want to keep this tight group because we just keep getting bigger and bigger and stronger, and our
Yeah.
deals are getting better. And I like that. So what's going to happen is, just like what's going on right now and then life gets in the way and people need to leave. And that's okay. That will open up for some other person, that we can still maintain this community and cohesiveness and keep it all intact. And I want to keep it that way. And sharing how people leave and what goes on is just my way, our way of sharing with you who we are. And if you want to be in our group, I have openings right now. That's not what this is about. And if I don't have openings, I'll have a wait list. And if you're just here for the entertainment, that's great too. Do you have anything you'd like to add?
No, I think it's a great decision. I think everybody wins when we close it up.
I got a secret. I think I know who it is. If you're listening, I have to share. Right after the live event, I have a no return address, no signature, completely anonymous letter. I got it. I read it. It did get right on my desk.
It's it was like sent from a serial killer.
Totally. I was like shaking it, making sure there's like not something in there that joking. But it said, please, Jill, please do what you guys talked about at the live event, close up our community. So we heard you. That was really funny. It was good. Happy you could join us today. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you can find us on the Land Academy Show. And every Tuesday and Thursday, don't fret, we're here also on the House Academy Show.
Tomorrow, the episode on House Academy Show is Getting Sidetracked with Useless Side Projects. You are not alone in your real estate ambition. Man, that's a show. I wrote that title. It is so easy to get sidetracked with stuff that just is never going to make any money.
Something shiny.
But it's fun. You can lose yourself in YouTube for days.
The Land Academy Show remains commercial free for you, our loyal listener. So wherever you're watching, wherever you're listening, please subscribe and rate us there. We are Steve and Jill.
Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property